Okay guys, welcome back to Frugal Homestead. So today I made a boo-boo. I forgot about the sweet potatoes we had going in these containers. Now I already checked the one down by the garden. The deer had got it early in the season. We figured that was going to be a problem, and of course it was. We are in early March here, and this will be the last year for this pot because it's just falling apart. So I'm going to dump it out on the ground here, and then what's going to happen is we'll harvest anything in here that's any good, which I don't even know if it's going to be any good, so many freeze and thaws. But we're going to take the container itself and throw it away, but what's left in here from the top mulch all the way down to this composted dirt mix, we are going to take down to the compost pile, mix it in, kind of rejuvenate it, and then reuse it. Obviously we'll let it get rained on a few days, let it, rehydrate, because this stuff dried out bad this summer. There just wasn't enough of the compost versus dirt mix in here to be a potting soil. So with that said, let's get this thing dumped. Let's see if there's anything in here. So sadly, as you can see, we missed out on quite a few nice big sweet potatoes actually. It's kind of hard to see because they're all covered with mud, but they're gooey rotten, guys. I mean, gooey rotten, but look how pretty that was. They just hit the point where they're starting to stink, which means that the process hasn't been going on that long. That really sucks. But as with anything, you think and you learn from your mistakes. I just got too piled on with stuff, but I can't really make excuses because it was my responsibility to make sure these got dug up. There's probably two good meals with sweet potatoes as sides there that we lost out on. Doesn't seem like much in the grand scheme of things, but it's just a good low-cost reminder to me that I got to be more aware of these things and stay up on what I need to get out of the garden and when. I don't, I mean, that's actually probably a couple meals worth. They're all rotten. So, you live and learn. Kind of sucks. I mean, there's some good ones in here, guys. They're falling apart now, but there were some pretty big ones. A lot of work put into these just to have them basically be no good. They'll go in the compost pile. We'll compost them back in. So I mean, it's not a total waste, but it's not what we wanted. It's very easy to get down on yourself when things like this happens. You got to take it as a learning experience, or you got to take it as, a way to remind yourself to be more aware. There was no reason for me not to come out here and get these dug up. I did want to get back and make a video with you guys with it, so I kept like kind of pushing it off till I could film a nice day. Well, you don't always get nice days to film, or you don't always get nice days to dig them up. So you might as well utilize the time when you have it to get done what you can. That said, there will come times that I've learned that you have to pick and choose between your vegetables and your plants and stuff, because there's only so much time in a day, and maybe you got to go to work all day and then you got to come home and pick beans and tomatoes and other things, and you don't get around to one plant. And even though we don't like to do that, it does happen. My concern and issue with this is a plant that we set up so animals couldn't get it. So at worst, if this was like beans or something, the deer or squirrels or something else would have ate it. But nothing ate it, it just rotted. So now we put in the compost and come back bigger and better next year, and I'll have to be better on top of making sure we get the sweet potatoes dug up if we do sweet potatoes this year. But yeah, as with anything here on the Frugal Homestead, we love to be forward, outright, and open about what we do, our wins and our fails, because I do take this as a fail, but it's also a win, because I probably will never stop thinking about sweet potatoes now, and I'll never want this to happen again. So if you haven't already, let's make the best of this bad situation. Head down, hit that red subscribe button, join the family here, hit the bell button next to it for the notification so you see all of our upcoming videos, which we will hope will be a lot more wins. That said, hit the like button. It puts our video in front of so many more people's eyes. The YouTube algorithm will pick it up, and then we'll be able to share our content, good or bad, with all of you and others. So until next time, guys, I got some composting to do.